Astronomers using NASA's Hubble Space Telescope have discovered the largest known population of brown dwarfs scattered among young stars in the Orion Nebula. Several very low-mass brown dwarf neighbours and 3 massive planets were located close to the survey stars. To top it all off, they uncovered a case of a binary planet, where 2 planets orbit each other in the absence of a parent star. But the most mysterious of them all was a dark cylindrical object. What might this object be? What is this object's size? Join us as we investigate how NASA discovered something enormous passing through the Orion Nebula by accident. Recently, astronomers were examining over images of the Orion Nebula when they came upon an unusual object. The Orion Nebula, often known as M42, is a nebula in our own Milky Way galaxy. This nebula has been so remarkable throughout history that even primitive civilizations have referenced it or used it as a timeless symbol. M42 is so bright that it may be viewed without a telescope. These images were captured by a telescope peering through the solar system and over the Orion Nebula. When the images were examined, a big cigar-shaped object that had never been seen before was discovered. This befuddled them because it was not their first time searching for nebulae in the night sky. The scientists then submitted the image of this weird object to a large internet database that collects images and information on mysterious flying objects spotted throughout the world. This was hardly the first time amateur astronomers had reported such things. As they logged each sighting, they discussed their experiences with this object, emphasizing in particular its remarkable length and incompatibility with anything in the region. A number of explanations, such that the cigar-shaped object is a comet or that there is something wrong with the camera, have been proposed. Those who first observed the long object swiftly disproved this, claiming that in all their experience capturing the night sky, neither space debris nor comets had ever appeared in such a way. But if it's not space debris or a camera glitch, what might it be? Some astronomers speculated that the item could be dispersed throughout the Milky Way galaxy, notably in Orion's belt. At the same time, others speculate that there may be other objects like this in different parts of our galaxy. Another group of researchers and astronomers theorized that it may be a probe sent to our galaxy from a faraway galaxy. The reality is, though, that we still do not know what this object is. This long object has various distinctive characteristics, but none of them resemble those of an asteroid or any other sort of space debris. If the assumption that the object could be a probe sent from another planet, similar to the way we send probes from Earth to study space and other planets, is correct, then it means that we are being observed by a piece of advanced technology, likely created by a civilization living far away from us, a notion that has some researchers on the edge of their seats. When seeing things in space that don't seem to fit any known pattern, it's best to have an open mind and remember that our galaxy has countless planets. In addition to the discovery of weird objects in space, unexplained sounds have also been detected. A NASA spacecraft that has orbited the solar system and is now moving beyond it has just detected a mystery plasma hum when it entered interstellar space. This finding was made by the legendary Voyager 1 spacecraft. The spacecraft, which has been in the solar system for nearly 4 decades, is currently over 14 billion kilometers from Earth. Voyager 1 has conducted several missions in space, since it was the spacecraft that found lightning strikes in Jupiter's atmosphere and analysed the diminishing solar wind in the outer solar system. Since 2012, Voyager 1 has been steadily moving away from the solar system, and all the while, the spacecraft has been taking readings of the plasma in its close surroundings. The Voyager 1 equipment has been transformed by scientists and redirected to an uncharted region of space since 2012. This equipment transition happened when Voyager 1 passed the heliopause into the heliosphere. The heliopause is a region in space where the solar wind does not have enough strength to hold back the interstellar medium that circles our galaxy. Because of its small frequency bandwidth, the region is typically quiet and can be compared to a monotone environment. Stella Koch-Ocker, doctoral student at Cornell University who led the new research, said in a statement about the mysterious hum, "We're detecting the faint persistent hum of interstellar gas. Shockwaves are caused when the solar wind in this region of the heliopause pushes back every few years. Voyager 1 is able to detect these events since it is in this zone. Even when moving at this speed, the remarkable Voyager 1 probe is able to detect this plasma hum. Because of this, many scientists now believe that the degree of activity in interstellar space is far lower than they had previously believed it to be. James Cordes, a senior author and an astronomer at Cornell, made a remark on the peculiar hum and explained that identifying a solar outburst is comparable to detecting a lightning burst in a rainstorm before the storm calms down. At one point in time, researchers entertained the notion that the only way Voyager 1 could detect the plasma density out in interstellar space was by the shock waves that it encountered. But now that scientists have heard this hum, they may use it to follow the interstellar medium between shocks, which would help them learn far more about the vast portion of space that has never been explored. According to Shami Chatterjee, an astronomer at Cornell University, now we know we don't need a fortuitous event related to the Sun to measure interstellar plasma. Regardless of what the Sun is doing, Voyager is sending back details. The spacecraft sends details like a soldier on the field sends info back to his commander, giving a report of its location and what it feels around it. The craft is saying, here's the density I'm swimming through right now, and here it is now at another location. Voyager, which is far away from us, will continue to do so indefinitely. The twin spacecraft Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 are set to continue their exploration of space as they drift away into light years. The experts stationed on Earth have the impression that the spacecraft's remaining operational time is limited. They estimate that there will be a period of 10 years between now and when the plutonium power sources are completely depleted. In the meanwhile, though, researchers are still gaining insights from each and every piece of data that is being transmitted by these remarkable inventions. To tell you the truth, we believe that these spacecrafts are now acting as a type of engineering gift to those who are conducting study in the field of science, since they continue to provide. Further findings were made by the same spacecraft, Voyager 1, which discovered active volcanoes spewing ash and gas onto the surface of Jupiter's moon Io. Due to this discovery, scientists came to the conclusion that Jupiter's moons must be burning hot on the inside. The spacecraft's exploration revealed that the planet's volcanism is more active than that of any other planet in the solar system. Io's volcanoes are not only violent by their own nature, but they also cover a significant portion of the surface of the planet. The forces of volcanism are thought to be giving Io's surface a regular volcanic bathing. Therefore, theorists hypothesized that this may be the reason why the surface of Io is observed to be so smooth. The planet observation was the first time volcanoes were observed erupting in a location other than Earth. The probe's finding of many volcanic clouds demonstrated that volcanism was widespread, not only on Earth, but also on other worlds. Photos taken by Voyager of Io revealed that volcanic plumes were dispersed throughout the surface of the planet. When you zoom in on the photographs, you will see that there is a single picture frame that contains 3 plumes lined up in a row. A few days after the discovery on this planet was made public, further photographs were made available. They displayed a young volcanic peak with a strangely formed crater that was 30 miles wide, and dark lava flows that extended over a distance of 60 miles in all directions. Other photographs revealed that the slopes included no apparent craters caused by meteorite impacts. This offered compelling evidence that the surface of the planet was very recently formed. The ability of volcanoes to continue to release volcanic material baffled the scientific community at the time, and they were unable to explain it. Despite the fact that it has been demonstrated that they have been active for centuries, more investigation revealed that these volcanoes contained a greater quantity of molten materials in comparison to those found on Earth. Dr. Smith stated that the cloud of gas and specific matter rose as high as 180 miles above the surface in the first photo analysed during the announcement of the discovery, and that materials produced from the eruption could be seen travelling at a speed comparable to that of a bullet fired from a high-end machine gun. While much of the gas and ash from such an eruption will no doubt defy Io's gravity and soar into space, some of it will almost certainly fall back to the planet's surface in the form of ash, which will then be carried by the lava stream. Scientists assume that these two components are what contributed to the satellite's relatively new surface. The finding of volcanic activity explains why certain parts of Io seem white, while other parts are yellow and deep red. These hues indicated that the planet's surface was being steamed and fumed by volcanic material and other degrading processes. The electrodynamic interaction between Io and the planetary magnetic field, as well as the shower of high-energy particles from Jupiter's enormous radiation belts, are two more processes that may have contributed to the planet's young surface. It is possible that these elements are responsible for the formation of significant electric fields, which are considered to be powerful enough to spread items throughout the Io surface. Share your thoughts on Voyager and its incredible discoveries below.